Yes, yes, people, yet again back with another video. See, released the Snyder Cut, and yes, it does exist. There are still people putting out stuff out there, believe it or not, saying that the Snyder Cut does not exist. It's really funny and pathetic to see them doing that, but they're still doing it, folks. And I want to cite a couple things here for you guys to see concerning what people are saying out there. So let me get the screen share really quickly here. Okie dokie. So this was on Twitter underneath the Aquaman movie. It was August the 2nd. And David said, Jason Momoa said Justice League is good, but the Snyder Cut is better. And then he goes on to say, it exists, confirmed from Jay Oliver. And Tim Newton Hose, he says, no, it doesn't. Now, I was just watching a article on, what's it, um, comicbook.com or something like that, where they're talking about this mythical Snyder Cut and that Jay Oliver, he may be just talking about parts of the cut existing, and it probably was incoherent. Anyway, listen to this. Tim Newton says, no, it doesn't. It doesn't exist. That's what he's saying. Jay Oliver says, yep. Jay Oliver, who was the storyboardist for Justice League, he says, yes, it does. If it doesn't, then what did Zack screen to execs prior to Whedon? If you don't care for it, then step aside because you're just parroting what the bloggers are saying without any real knowledge or insight. Have a great day, Tim. And Tim Newton Howell says there's a Snyder story, but the idea that it's a complete Snyder cut hidden away somewhere is laughable. They didn't even have enough time to finish the graphics on the cut we did get, which, by the way, is because they reshot certain scenes. That's why their graphics weren't good, okay? If they just let it alone, they would have been complete graphics for certain things. Let alone devoted extra resources to complete a cut nobody would see. Jay Oliver says, that's funny because the sequences I saw on set in London back in August of 2016 looked done to me. I guess I must not know what a finished shot looks like, right, Tim? So Tim Newton says, well, you don't seem to know the difference between a finished shot and a sequence, an entire finished cut of a movie. And Jay Oliver just replies, and you don't know what you're talking about, Tim. And truthfully, we have evidence for completed scenes that Whedon reshot, okay? There is completed scenes of Cyborg in the tunnel. In fact, almost all of the tunnel that you saw that was completed was Snyder shot that, okay? With Whedon interjecting in different places, and you can see the standard fall. The Great War, Snyder shot that, and that's Snyder stuff. Um, Parts of Batman interfacing with on the rooftop scene, parts of, and again, Snyder shot that entire scene, and it seems to Whedon reshot it. You look at the scenes with the beginning open sequence. You look at the scenes with Diana and Bruce talking. A lot of that was, some of it was Snyder, and then some of it Whedon reshot, right? Um, you look at the Resurrection of Superman scene. You look at, these are all finished things. We could tell Whedon had some part to play in the Heroes Park scene. It was not finished to perfection, and that's because some of that Hero Park scene, Whedon again interjected certain things in there. But we saw from the trailers that even though Cyborg CGI wasn't completed yet, it was, in other words, when they talk about the CGI not being completed, it's kind of like, when we looked at Aquaman, you could tell the CG from the other things. It's not that they didn't skin the CGI. It's not that they had layered up or nothing. It's that the cut that you have now, the CGI would be a little bit shaky and stuff. Not the shaky in the way of Henry Cavill's lip or in the kind of, Wally Wonka looking CG in the third act. But it would be a step above that, but it wasn't completed. So when they're talking about CG not being completed, there were certain scenes, I don't know if they were going to be in the movie or not, with Cyborg learning how to fly and Flash saving Iris West, and didn't have completed CG. But we had, for the most part, a lot of CG was completed. You saw Cyborg when he was showing them his history, showing him the story of the mother boxes, which was completed. That whole meetup with them, the whole meetup on the troop carrier, that was already completed. We saw shots of Batman leaving the troop carrier, which was not completed yet because they had some more things to add in, but you know, and you can see that. Well, obviously they completed it a certain way, and they may have to change up some things, or maybe again Whedon just reshaped what Zach did. Zach had a finished cut, and then Whedon went and did something different. But at the end of the day, most of the film that you saw on the screen, Zach had the finished stuff for that. I truly believe he finished all of that. It's the additional stuff where it wasn't always completed. So if we were going to have a 2-hour long movie that was mainly what Zach shot, all of that stuff was done already. I believe that what we're looking at is probably some other extra stuff that wasn't completed in rendering the CG, which may or may not have been, well, Zach storyboarded, so he would know what was in the movie and what was not in the movie, was going to be in the movie. But nonetheless, my point is that, once again, Jay Oliver is 100% correct. How can you go against Jay Oliver? How can you go against the man who is Aquaman himself, Jason Momoa, who's going to be playing Arthur Curry? All right. Then you got Ray Fisher saying that there's a cut. Okay. You have Clay Enos confirming that there's a cut. He didn't openly say it. Zack Snyder also confirmed there's a cut. Remember, he did the cut on his hand. You got these people. You're going against their word. So Zack Snyder's word, you're going to go tell me that Zack Snyder is wrong, but some critic somewhere out there or some blogger out there got it right. Okay. Not even Warner Brothers has come out and made a statement on this. You know, Warner Brothers hasn't said anything on this stuff. They have been quiet all along. Very quiet about this issue. They're not saying anything about it. And that point being that you can't argue with Jay, man. You can't put up an argument against Jay. You're going to lose that argument. You know what I mean? Anyways, man, folks, I just wanted to point out that there's ample evidence out there that the Snyder Cut exists. And then, of course, the deleted footage, the Superman deleted footage with the ship. And come on, man. You know there's a cut out there. It's just that and it's a pretty much finished, almost a wrapped up cut. It really is a finished cut out there. So anybody telling you that there's no cut or listen, man, if you put out the cut that's there right now, it'd be better than the Justice League cut that's there presently. The theatrical cut, it'll be superior to it. So they might as well just put out the cut, man. Just put out the cut. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat section. All right, nobody's saying nothing in the chat section. Just somebody liked what the video was about. That's cool. So I just wanted to just again emphasize that there is a cut out there, and it's almost done as well. I don't know how much more they have to do with it, but like Jay Oliver was saying, just put out the cut that's there. Just put it out, because Jay Oliver is pretty much sure that the cut that they put out there, without Zack Snyder even touching it, is good. It's good already. It's good enough to be seen. And they know that. Warner Brothers knows that. They know that. That's why Jay Oliver has the confidence to say, just put out a cut that's there. Just put it out. Because they know Zack Snyder is almost done with that cut anyway. And whatever had to be finished, it probably, that post work that's finished is probably already finished. Meaning they had to do some of that post work for the present Justice League movie anyway, and just to tweak it. So no matter how you look at it, or even stuff that's not even in this post work for this Justice League movie, the theatrical cut, it don't take much to finish that off. But if you put it out, first of all, even if in its incomplete form, like they did, I think it was 2 other cuts they did that too. Not Warner Brothers cuts, from another franchise. It works out. It'll still work out. So they might as well put it out. Don't wait 10, 20, 30 years. Well, you can't. Because if they try to do that, it's not going to work. And I don't want to see Aquaman in jeopardy. You know, that's my point. I want to see James Wan's movie do well. I want to see Aquaman do well. And the way how people are pressuring Warner Brothers, that cut might come out before Aquaman. Might, I said. I give it a year. But Yeah, it might come up before Aquaman. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that again. I'm excited about the Snyder Cut, so I'll be talking about the Snyder Cut quite a lot, guys. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your day. I'm gonna go watch Batman v Superman right now. You guys have a good one. Peace.